Dr. Chordate here with a message that I hope will encourage you to move beyond the classroom in the use of science-oriented songs. Think adults. Some of this, of course, is preaching to the choir, but while the general public gets some science factoids from listening to the news, or from a class they may have had in college or a high school, they generally have a poor understanding of the collective body of scientific information and principles. The last three slides went by quickly, but they are only a snapshot anyway. The point is this: there is a population of adults who have some fundamental understanding of science factoids, and there's a population of adults who do not have any understanding of science facts or principles. Both these groups are potential audiences for songs about science, although keep in mind that the latter group can be further subdivided into people who are curious about stuff, such as medicine, nature, how things work, and so on, and there are those who don't really care and have no curiosity. This slide just shows the citations of the Pew Research articles that provide the above previous information. Don't copy these down. You can look this up for yourselves. Literally hundreds of studies show that music, songs, rhyme, and rhythm improve learning and memory. And I won't go into those details here. But keep in mind that back in the really old days, everything was learned via songs or poetry. The world's oldest story, Gilgamesh, Homer, the Psalms, Norse epics, and ancient Asian Indian poetry and so on. This is how everyone learned their culture, history, and what little they knew of science at the time. Because rhyme and rhythm and music are so powerful, we remember songs from long ago. I may not know where I put my car keys this afternoon, but I remember all of the songs of the 60s. Music is the interstate highway into the memory. This slide just shows the wide variety of general audience science-oriented media that is available, and that includes YouTube videos and other social media sources of science information, including science songs. Thinking beyond the classroom to lifelong learners expands by several orders of magnitude the creative opportunities. I had the fanciful notion of one time of writing a song about every species, but then that would be about 10 million songs, and I don't have that kind of time. But if you find something interesting, it is likely that other people will also. I do want to point out to those of you who are teachers, that the writing songs about species concept can be applied to the classroom because there's that infinite number of possible subject matter. And if you are locked into the science learning objective routine, really, how many more songs about photosynthesis can be written before all the good ideas are used up? So there are opportunities for presenting science songs to an adult population. I have presented several times to the Osher Institute at the University of Missouri, and Osher has programs at about 150 different institutes of higher education in this country. There's also adult education classes at just about every community, at high schools, community colleges, VOTEC schools, libraries, museums, and so on. Look around for those opportunities to promote lifelong learning and using songs to do it. Okay, thank you for your attention today. This is slide is just blowing my own horn here. Some of the songs I have on the YouTube, and there's many others as well. Any questions?